Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been on this YouTube rabbit hole for a while because I saw the OnlyFans and PirateSoftware controversy that's been happening. So if you don't know what has happened, basically while all of these famous streamers and YouTubers were playing in this special server, they were playing hardcore World of Warcraft, Hardcore WoW, which is a game mode of World of Warcraft where if you die, you can't go back. Like, you lose everything. Kind of like hardcore Minecraft in a way. And basically PirateSoftware and a few other people were in there battling with these mobs that were really powerful, that were like boss level mobs. And they died and PirateSoftware just ran away. And his role in that game was like a protector type of role. Like, he was supposed to like heal his teammates and, you know, like damage or like slow down the bosses and stuff. And I just want to talk about this because after all of the events that have happened, PirateSoftware did not just react extremely terribly by not admitting to doing any sort of a mistake and just blaming everybody else for dying. And on top of that, he also has reacted the same way towards everybody else on the internet. Basically, if anybody that has said that, oh, you know what, man, you were wrong for doing this, doing that, he would be like, no, you don't understand. Like, he would treat people like dumbasses. And I wanted to make a special video about this because I had this group of friends a while ago that I went on a vacation with. And midway, while I was in the metro, they flaked on me. They said, we're changing our minds, because if we actually keep going into this trip, we're not going to make it to public transport on our way back. We're going to be left stranded. And I said, no. We can just take the bus. We can just take the metro and stuff at this and certain times, and we can just swim a little bit and stuff like that. We would still have even extra time on our hands if we do things right. And they were like, you don't understand. You're just not like thinking straight and stuff like that. Like, you never understand things. They were like treating me like dumbasses. And normally I'm not really like how can I say, a person who would like push on to things in order to get what I want. But at that point, I really hated the way that they have treated me. So what I did was I went on to that trip all by myself, and at every point I was like, oh, I got off at the metro at like 12:33, or like, oh, I got onto this bus at like 1:34 and stuff like that. I would literally timestamp and tell them like, oh, I did this, I did that. And then I literally ended my trip, and then I said I would literally have like around like 40 minutes extra by myself if I decided to leave right now. And I swam for like 30 minutes at that time, and even like rested on the sunbeds a little bit, and they still wouldn't admit that they were in a mistake. Now, why am I making this video? Why am I saying this? Now, I was the only person that was agreeing with that situation. And I'm talking about like, this is a group with like nearly 20 people or more. And I literally gave them proof. Like, you have to be a certain kind of a dumbass in order to like not see things like at that point, right? And here's what I'm trying to say. This could have been the other way around. I could have been the dumbass. They could have been the right people. And the sad thing is that it actually seems like PirateSoftware is in the wrong here in that certain situation, because of all the clips that I've seen from really experienced WoW streamers. People who are actually taking the situation seriously are saying, okay, you know what? The biggest problem here is Pirate not admitting that he was wrong. On top of that, and him reacting really terribly, and also trying to like gaslight people and manipulate people. Oh, and this is really important. He said like a lot of people like Soda, Asmin, Tyler One, Summit, and like a lot of people, they were saying, okay, you know what? Pirate is not the only wrong person here. This player could have done this. This player could have done that. The issue is the other players have actually admitted that they did mistakes. One of them actually said, you can find it in the clip, I forgot his name, but he said, okay, you know what? All of us did mistakes. We're all admitting that we were not playing perfectly in that certain raid. But why aren't you admitting it on your own? You're acting like you're doing everything perfectly, and PirateSoftware just says, well, I'm not doing this. And he just like leaves the call. So here's the issue. PirateSoftware is the type of person that would treat me like a dumbass in that certain day. And do you know how to actually like talk to these types of people? If you're in a group with them, leave. If that's only one person, you got to kick that person out. The sad thing is, right now, his career is doomed at this point, by the way. From this point on, it's just going to go on like straight down. Because he's so fucking stupid, that's one. And because he's so arrogant and won't admit his shit and thinks that he's the smartest person in the room all the time, he's never ever gonna say, I'm sorry, that was my fault. He's gonna try to like say certain things to make it seem like he's apologizing, but he's never ever gonna admit it truthfully with believing in it. That's why this situation will never ever change. I was treated terribly and I left that group. And there was even this one moment where like we were on this like WhatsApp group, and one like girl got so mad at me that she literally made everybody an admin in that group and only didn't give me an admin rights, and just turned the group into just like admins can talk only. So I was like muted in that group. I was literally silenced. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I lashed out and I was like, you know what? Fuck y'all. And I just said like, oh, you know what? You're this, you're that. I just told everybody like what they needed to know a long time ago. I was just like, fuck it. At this point, there's no way this friendship can just fix itself. Let me just break their illusions of being all righteous and being the right person and shit like that. So like, I'm 100% sure these people, none of them have changed their opinions. They still think that they're right. They will still think that they were right at that situation. And this doesn't just apply to me. These people are really closed. Like, they only talk to people that are like them. And these groups of people are not like the rarity. There are a lot of people in the world that are this stupid, that are this arrogant. So no matter what people do, no matter what people will say, in the same way that these people won't change, it's gonna be the same with PirateSoftware. Like I said, I was in a reverse situation. I was in a group with a bunch of PirateSoftwares, but this was a situation where it was really easily controlled, and Sodapoppin did the right thing by kicking PirateSoftware after some time. And you know, congrats to Soda, by the way, he handled this situation pretty well. He said a lot of people in the server weren't really happy with Pirate, and they didn't want it to like be around him. Plus he's getting a lot of hate online, so it is best for us to just kick him. And he just, you know, kicked them, and he probably expected the drama to end there. But the sad thing is that Pirate then went after his fans, the people that paid him. He started acting like they were stupid now. He like brags about being a YouTuber and like streaming and everything like that. I wonder what's gonna happen to him now. And he's the type of person that brags about being smart. Like if you just go to his channel and check out his shorts, it's always about him educating people. But there's a lot of videos and clips of him just basically lying about things. And wow, because he claims that he worked at Blizzard back in the day, which might have been true. But if it's not at a role where like if he's not actually learning the game while doing something in that company, then it's not that big of a role, right? Yeah, it's just sad how these types of people act. It's just hard constantly dealing with stupid people, and usually smart people will exile those people, will kick them out. Or if they're in a group with a bunch of dumbasses, the smart thing to do is to just leave that group and try to find some people with some amount of intelligence so you can hang around with them without feeling discomfort. That's what I do, and I'm way happier. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this video. What do you guys think about this PirateSoftware situation? I tried to keep it a little bit short. I don't know how long this video will be, but right now in the raw recording form, it looks like 13 minutes. I recommend checking out Sodapoppin's video because he doesn't just commentate on it with his own opinions. He also reacts to other streamers and also where the event actually happened. I'll actually post the link in the description so you guys can watch Soda's perspective as well. But yeah, it sucks. I used to watch PirateSoftware a lot, but after this whole situation and the way he handled it, I don't think I'll be able to, because I also kind of lost respect for his knowledge and don't really trust his, you know, the things that he's saying at this point. I don't think a person like that can actually learn anything in life. I mean, if he's like that at this age, at that point, then, you know, imagine what kind of a nightmare this guy was when he was younger. It just sucks. I love y'all. Take care, and see you in the next content. Oh, bye.